What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to be talking about 10 of the best common cards from the new set, Chaotic Compliance. Now I know some people are pretty disappointed with this set, but I'm telling you there are so many good commons in this set that you cannot overlook. The first great card would be Jowels of Dark Demise. Now I know when you first look at this card it seems pretty weak because you could just beat over 100 defense, but you put this card in decks where the opponent won't want to attack your face down monsters. So best example would probably be Weevilburn, when your opponent will probably think you're setting the Cocoon or Big Shield Gardener. If you set those and then you try to set Jowls and then they don't attack it and then you flip over it, you can take control of their monsters and it gives you a free direct attack. So it pretty much burns all their life points and it's kind of a win more card. The next awesome card would be Jar of Avarice. Now, why is this card so great? Because you can recycle your cards. Think about it. You play Venus Control, for example, and you keep using up Order to Charge and Mystical Shine Ball. If you use Jar of Avarice, you shuffle them back into your deck, and then you draw them out again so you can reuse them. It's like endless resources here. You can use them for other cards like Sphere Karibo too, right? So that you don't have to worry about using up all your resources because you're recycling them using this card. Another really good card in this set, which is a direct counter to Relinquished, Seal of Wickedness. All you do is you activate it on your opponent's standby phase, you target their Relinquished, and then the effect's negated. It's one card that just gets rid of their effect unless they use Interdimensional Matter Transporter, but in that case you can basically just blow up their interdimensional matter transporter so that you don't have to worry about that later. You can also use this card for other face-up cards that are also kind of in the meta, like Wonder Balloons or Mask of the Accursed. You can use it for Harpy's Hunting Ground as well. All in all, this card is really versatile and I really think you should run it. Another really awesome card, and this one's really good for Harpies, Ghost Fairy Elfobia. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but anyway, the point is, this card, you can reveal a Sonic Duck from your hand so that you can negate any level 4 or higher monster's effect until the end of your opponent's next main phase 1. That means that you can negate Sonic Bird, Senju, any clown or statue. You can negate Gravekeeper's Oracle. You can negate any of these so that their effect can't proc, and all you need to do is just summon that monster in for your normal summon, so that they can't do anything for their next turn, basically. Another really good card for burn decks, Lady Assailant of Flames. They attack over it, they mill 3 of their cards, and then you inflict 800 damage to their life points. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, pretty versatile. Okay, a really good card for Rex Raptor decks would be Seismic Shockwave. Now, this card might have I think it has a downside actually, because I'm not sure if you're I think it says 3, so meaning you can only resolve it if your opponent's spell and trap zones are completely free. Because it doesn't say up to 3, right? But if you can resolve this card somehow, that means your opponent can't use spells or traps basically for 3 turns, as it says, which is a huge advantage. Another really good card, this one is probably great for Gravekeepers or any deck that doesn't use spell or traps. If you can resolve this card, it basically means your opponent can't use spell or trap cards, or at least not the ones that are set. So it's really good. It shuts out. It's a floodgate for all their trap cards, and they can basically only play spells from their hand. Now, 2 monsters that Konami decided to release in this set because they think that terraforming is still too broken in this format apparently is Planet Pathfinder and Minefieldriller. Planet Pathfinder, you tribute itself to search any field card from your deck, and Minefieldriller, if it leaves the field, you get to search one field spell. Sorry, not search. You get to target one field spell card in your graveyard and you add that back to your hand. So Minefieldriller is good for anything. If your opponent pops your field spell with Burning Land, Harpy's Hunting Ground, you can just retrieve that back, recycle it, use it. Planet Pathfinder searches any field spell. It's great. It's basically normal summon for terraforming. I think these 2 cards, honestly, I think they're only good for Daedalus decks right now, because Daedalus is the only deck that uses its field spell as a cost for a nuke effect. Other decks like Yami decks or Harpy's Hunting Ground, they don't really run a second copy of those field spells because it's just there until your opponent twisters it or pops it somehow. So this is pretty good in case Konami wants to release further support for Daedalus or water decks like a Legendary Ocean. So I would definitely pick these two up if you have a water deck or you're interested in recycling field spells for whatever decks you decide to make. And lastly, a great card for anyone that doesn't have a standard vanilla beater like Jerry Beansman. Master Kyonshee is a rare, so it's pretty easy to get. That's a 1750 attack, so it's basically the same attack as Jerry Beansman, except it's pretty easy to pull. So definitely check this out if you just need like a beater that it's easily accessible and you don't want to keep pulling packs for it. That's it for this video. If you guys like this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be uploading more content for Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links and probably the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG as well. Stay tuned.